and welcome to iNurture videos. In this video, we will discuss the constructors and destructors in derived class. After completing this video, the students will be able to define inheritance, elaborate the constructors and destructors in derived class. The mechanism of deriving a new class from existing or an old class is called inheritance. Inheritance is a technique of code reuse. It also allows us to extend existing classes by creating derived classes. The idea of inheritance implements the is-a relationship. Inheritance is a concept where one class inherits all the properties of base class in addition to its own details or properties. The mechanism of deriving a new class from an old one is called inheritance. Inheritance follows the parent-child relationship. The base class is called as the parent class, and a new class which is derived from the base class is known as the child class. Child class will always inherit all the features of the base class and is free to add additional features to it. For example, the real-life example of inheritance is child and parents. The properties of parents are inherited by their child. Now, let us study in detail about the constructors and destructors in derived classes. In C++, the constructors play an important role in initializing objects. In C++, base class constructors are always called in the derived class constructors. Whenever you create derived class object, first, the base class default constructor is executed and then the derived class's constructor is executed. An important point to note is that as long as no base class constructor takes any argument, the derived class need not be constructor function. However, if any base class contains a constructor with one or more arguments to the base class constructors. Thus, it makes sense for the derived class to pass arguments to the base class constructor. When both the derived and base classes contain constructors, the base constructor is executed first and then the constructor in the derived class is executed. In inheritance, destructors are executed in reverse order of constructor execution. The destructors are executed when an object goes out of scope. Let us summarize. Inheritance is a concept where one class inherits all the properties of base class in addition to its own details or properties. In C++, base class constructors are always called in the derived class constructors. In inheritance, destructors are executed in reverse order of constructor execution. Thank you for watching.